I see you've come back for the second half of our dreadful double feature. Don't say you weren't warned. After the overwhelming discomfort in the last movie, we close our night with a hammy Hungarian palate cleanser, Bela Lugosi in a murder mystery with no mystery, a monster movie with no monster, and a title with no relevance to anything that happens, Invisible Ghost.
Hey Zeppo, have you seen Archibald's baseball mitt?
No, Archibald has a baseball mitt?
Yeah, it's his favorite bath toy. You won't get in the tub without it.
No I haven't. Did you decide to not dress up this year?
For what?
Halloween.
Oh, when's that?
Tonight.
Ah. Tonight! I gotta wear the costume! Ah!
Godspeed and good luck!
Thank you!
And on that note, roll film.
Can't be that invisible, it's right there.
Who turned on the lights?
And Frodo gave the child a cruel name.
Photography as good as Gould.
And the editing is just golden.
If Ed wrote, why is he the production manager?
Starring Bela Lugosi and the rest of these guys, I guess.
John McGuire and John McGuire in The Invisible Ghost Trap.
Cause he's the cat's man!
Joseph Lewis can't lose.
Don't you hate it when they just display the picture that came with the frame?
Good evening, Evans. Evening, sir.
Why are all the lights on the floor?
Dinner is served, Mr. Kessler.
Thanks, I'll take her to go.
Thank you. Good evening, my dear.
Honey, does this cushion make me look fat?
You're more beautiful than ever this evening.
Your new stain makes you look 10 years younger.
Mrs. Kessler first, Evans. Oh, yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
You're Thompson's mistress.
He may be a nut, but he pays well.
Darn, neither of them are vampires.
Evans, how's Dad taking it?
All right, Miss Virginia. They're having dinner.
I'm sorry, the correct answer was...
Hello, Virginia.
Do you know if there's a Santa Claus?
I told you not to come here this evening, Ralph.
Why? Didn't you want to see me?
Well, it isn't that I didn't want to see you.
You're certainly acting strange, darling. What's all the mystery about?
Let's go into the library.
I have an overdue book.
Ralph!
Not on the carpet!
After dinner, we are taking a long walk.
Off a short pier.
I'd like to speak to you, Ralph.
Aren't you doing that now?
What's come over your father, Virginia? Is that why you didn't want me here tonight?
And is it genetic?
It stopped me cold. I'm sorry if I accidentally stumbled on something you didn't want me to know.
Well, it must seem weird to someone who's never seen it before. It
And everyone else,
You
too.
always appeared perfectly rational to me.
Well, there's something I must tell you. It's about my mother.
I don't understand.
I haven't told you
It
yet!
happened several years ago. My father and mother were apparently as happy as two people could be. He worshipped her.
Another man.
The usual best friend. It almost broke my father's heart.
And did break his
He's
brain.
reconciled, but he never forgets their wedding anniversary and celebrates it that way.
Guess he isn't the only one who resorts to make-believe, but it does give one an uncanny feeling.
Well, it doesn't frighten me anymore. Now that you know.
When are we getting hitched?
I love you.
Even if your mother is a chair.
Dun dun dun.
You wanted your coat, Miss Kessler? Oh, yes, thank you. I was going to take a drive. It's such a beautiful night. Come along?
Yes, of course.
Sure you don't mind going?
No, I'd love it.
We'll be back in an hour, Cecile. Yes, miss.
Stop thinking about her, stop thinking about her, stop thinking about her.
Are we about to learn about pressure cookers?
That's a nice young man of Miss Virginia's.
I guess so.
If you swing that
Well,
way.
Miss Virginia wouldn't bother with him.
Does she plan to marry him?
I never discuss things aren't my business. If you want to stay here, I suggest you don't be so curious.
Well, just the same, I think this is a crazy house.
I mean, I really dig it, man.
Jules here says there's been a lot of them, and nobody's ever been able to find out who did the killings.
You talk too much, Jules.
Burgess Meredith?
Excuse me, Mr. Seal. Come, I'll show you where we keep our linens.
Oh boy, the rest of that pizza has my name written all over it.
That was fast. He must have been casing that fridge for weeks.
Into the woods to grandmother's house.
Later that same minute. This scene guest directed by Zack Snyder.
Ah, flame-activated lights.
Don't you open that trapdoor! You're a fool if you dare!
Is he wearing tap shoes?
Oh, the car passed.
Mrs. Kessler. Oh, Mrs. Kessler, I brought you your dinner. Oh, please, Mrs. Kessler, I gotta go home.
Home?
I have no home.
Home, too.
Oh, but you are home. And as soon as you feel better, I'm going to take you to your husband and daughter.
And then he'll get fired and
They
arrested.
have a right to me.
Oh, but they don't know where you are, Mrs. Kessler. Nobody knows that but me. You see, I found
I'm
you.
running away.
And joining the circus.
We're running away in a car. We're going faster, faster, faster. We're gonna crash. We're gonna crash.
Oh, I'm dead.
Oh my God, I'm my mother!
I can't go home now. Can I?
Mrs. Kessler, please. Please eat your dinner. I've got to go home. I'll be back in the morning. Good night, Mrs. Kessler. Good night.
Oh, and don't drink the candle this time.
You're late again, Jules.
I'm sorry, Mama,
Ooh, 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 ooh.
but I just couldn't get away from her.
Jules, why don't you tell Mr. Kessler about his wife, that you're hiding her?
Oh, I haven't got the heart, Mama. It would kill him if he saw her the way she is.
All old and crazy.
She'd be better off if she died with that man when that car was wrecked.
I guess so.
Now bring me my eating fiddle.
Jules, I've been thinking, maybe she had something to do with all these horrible murders.
Oh, she wouldn't hurt nobody. She's like a child. She's still dazed from the accident, you know.
Then
And
why don't you
maybe
take her to a doctor?
She'll be better soon. Then I'll take her home.
That's good ketchup.
But if they found out I'd been hiding her, they might think I had something to do with the murder.
Jules, you must tell Mr. Kessler.
Oh, no, Mama. We must never tell anyone.
I hate this movie already.
Never.
Don't think about her. Don't think about her. Don't think about her.
Shirley Temple in a role that will shock you.
Sure you won't come in?
No, thanks, darling. I think I better run along.
Good night, Ralph.
Oh, Virginia.
Show me a
Can I take
sign.
your car away?
No, thanks. Evans will take care of it.
All right. Night.
Later that night,
Good evening, Miss Virginia.
Will you please put my car in the garage when you have a moment?
Yes, miss.
earlier that evening, don't think about her. Don't think about her. Don't think about her.
Hello, Casanova.
Damn it.
Have you gone crazy?
He's an Evans dropper.
The only chance I had to see you. You ignored my letters and my telephone calls.
And the dead squirrel I left on your
You
doorstep.
get rid of me as easy as all that.
Be quiet. They'll hear you.
You bet they will. And you're going to listen to me, too. I'm not giving up to that Kessler girl or anybody else.
But this is different, Cecile. I never said I loved you.
The young and the unstable.
Are you in love with her?
Yes.
Well, you're not marrying her, understand?
Nothing's going to stand in the way of my happiness. Not even you.
You.
Don't threaten me.
By incriminating witness.
She'll have to know about us sooner or later. And besides, I'll make you a good wife, Ralph. I promise I will.
But I don't want to be a good wife.
Maybe I should murder a public official. That'll show him how much I truly care.
Guess what?
Chicken butt.
I'm in love.
Ralph,
Yes, Dad.
he's a fine boy.
You'll make a fine meal.
My dear.
Oh, he hasn't asked me to marry him yet, but he will. I know he will. Good night, my pet.
Marpet?
Good night, Evans.
Good night, Miss Virginia. Can I do anything for you, sir, before I retire?
Work for 10 more years. Ha! I kid.
Oh, nothing, sir. I heard it when I was putting Miss Virginia's car in the garage.
Put anything on it?
Oh, the bandage.
Oh, you mean cat an infection.
How a Dutch oven sees the world.
How's that? Just like new, sir.
I guess I'll eat for a while. Good night, Evans.
Good night, sir.
Oh, yes, Evans.
We should market your breakfast sausage.
Thank you for the dinner.
Yes, sir.
Now, where was I? All right, the pit of despair.
Wow!
Joan Crawford is Mrs. Kessler.
The soundtrack's trying to tell me something.
Thrill as a woman walks through the forest in her PJs. Call me crazy, but I think they're trying to establish a connection here. Bela Lugosi is a Brooklyn gorilla.
You're not Mothman. Shoo, get away.
Stop shining that spotlight in my window.
I'm afraid to come home. You'd kill me.
Ugh, I can smell you from here.
You'd kill anybody.
Would I?
Oh no! He's turning into... Oh. They put a flashlight under his chin. Now he's really scary. Booga booga booga!
Hello, Tree. How are you this evening? Fine, don't talk to me.
He's flashing forward into Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman. Remember, it's important to maintain eye contact when opening a door. They're skittish little Craig?
What are you doing in here?
You're supposed to be handing out candy.
Does he ever do what he's told?
He's related to me.
I withdraw the question.
Oh.
The Phantom plods.
Not you!
Is there a gorilla in here?
He has octopuses on his wallpaper.
Surprise!
Happy birthday to you!
Must raid refrigerator.
Time to turn off the radio and go night-night.
Why, Mr. Kessler.
Scream? Scream? Scream!
It's dark! Max, pick out the bow!
Exercise number 1.
Shake that flab and move those buns.
Arms at the side. At the count of 1, close hands.
Cecile?
Have you got a rubber sole?
At the count of 2, put arms
Let me in, I hear music!
count of 3, lower arms sideways.
If it's exercise you want, there's plenty of it in the kitchen.
The oven's powered by a treadmill.
4, lower the arms to standing position.
Cecile!
I'm gonna get to you!
Arms at side. Ready. Begin. 1, up, down.
Well, that's an odd sleeping position.
Monty Python's flying exercise program.
This must be their sitting hallway.
Mr. Kessler. Yes? Something terrible has happened. I tried to wake the new maid. I think she's dead. Dead?
But the silver needs
How
polishing.
did it happen? I don't know, sir. I thought she was taking her exercises. Call the police. I'll see what I can do.
To cover it up.
Well, Mr. Kessler, we're up to our ears in another one. The girl was killed the same way as the chauffeur 6 months ago.
By murder.
The only thing we could find was this note left by some fellow who wanted to give her the air.
It's terrible, Lieutenant. She was so young.
And full of
If we
blood.
can find out who killed Cecile, we have the one who committed all the other murders.
That's
Thank
easier
you,
said than
Chatty
done.
Cathy.
There's never been fingerprints, to say nothing of motives. What gets me, Mr. Kessler, is why you refuse to move out of this place.
Sentimental reasons.
There's nothing very sentimental about a house where anything could happen and usually does.
Dog City.
My mother lived here, Lieutenant.
Oh, I see.
And I'm just gonna go over here, Skit.
You're the gardener?
Yes, but I wasn't here. I went home early. You see, I live with my wife.
All right, all right.
How
all right.
unusual.
Please don't try to see me.
I'm invisible, you hurt your eyes.
Ralph?
You know him?
Oh, I'm certain I don't. Well, the name startled me. I'm practically engaged to a Ralph.
Ralph Macchio.
Did you notice anything unusual last night, Evans?
Well, Maybe I better not say.
Let's have it, Evans.
When I was putting the roaster in the garage...
The roaster?
I saw Cecile talk to Mr. Dixon. That's Miss Virginia's wife.
Go on.
I didn't mean to listen, but they were talking loud.
And carrying small
And I heard
sticks.
him say that he never loved her. And she said she wasn't going to let him marry anyone else. And that made him real mad. He said nothing was going to stand between him and his happiness. Not even her.
Time to go, guys. Poor Shelley Duvall.
Whoa! Hey, Function, what's the big to-do?
I'm panicking.
That's a kind of a hard thing to not notice.
What?
Why are you panicking?
I'm trying to find a Halloween costume.
I was throwing Zeppel's laundry around finding you a Halloween costume.
It's not.
Then why are you doing it?
It's fun.
So do you have anything in mind for your costume?
Well, I was going to be Rip Tango's space botanist, but I couldn't find a costume.
Yeah, he is pretty popular this year.
Then I was going to be Chunk Spud Bucket, but my costume fell apart.
Well, you did make it yourself.
And now I don't know what I'm going to be.
Well, you could always just dig through the costume box in the basement for something.
We have one of those?
Yeah, it's where we put all the costumes, Halloween or otherwise.
I meant a basement.
Yeah, it's at the bottom of the stairs. Those wooden things you keep falling down.
Oh, so that's what those are. In that case, up to the costume box! Whee!
It's him, right?
Again already?
Pleads guilty when charged with the murder of homely brunette.
I knew Cecile a couple of years. She offered me the companionship I needed. Then I met you and fell in love for the first time.
The first time
too,
it
Al.
happened.
Surely you can account for your activities from the time you left our house until the next morning.
No, Mr. Kessler. I had a lot to think about.
It made my
Took a
head
long ride
hurt.
into the country, didn't stop anywhere, and didn't see a soul I knew.
It's most unfortunate.
This will complicate everything.
All I know is that I didn't kill her.
There isn't any doubt about that in our minds.
Speak for
Don't
yourself.
worry, son. We do everything we possibly can.
Order. Order in the courtroom.
I'll have the Boo Goo Guy
You promise
pad.
swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Selectively.
Yes, I managed the apartments where Ralph Dixon lived. Miss Mannix came there often. As a matter of fact, I thought they were married.
I went home early and helped my wife with the house cleaning.
Someone needs to tell her that wig's just not working for
The
her.
defendant had sufficient reason for wanting to be rid of the victim.
It's the truth. Said he would let nothing stand in the way of his happiness. Not even her.
You're screwed.
I'm screwed. He's screwed.
Will not be given a saving throw.
We're doing everything we possibly can.
Could you
Why
actually
don't you
look at me?
Well, I'm sure something can be done.
But, Governor, the man is innocent.
This chair's covered in tiny barber poles.
of execution.
If you knew him, you'd realize he couldn't possibly be a murderer.
I'm sorry. I've gone over the facts in the case, and unless you can present some new evidence, there's nothing I can do.
This is ridiculous. What do I bribe you for?
The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want.
Great. Stuck in jail with a Jehovah's Witness.
In green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea,
You realize
though
I'm
I
a
walk
Buddhist,
through
right?
The valley of the shadow of death,
Why is there a desk fan on the ceiling?
for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil.
And light it on fire.
Over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life.
Like sands through the hourglass.
And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
Or at least until I get back on my feet.
Yes?
We fried him, Flicker!
I see.
Did you want the original recipe or extra crispy?
Lockjaw!
I'm sorry you ran out of time, but tell them what they want anyway, Johnny!
Boo!
My name is Dixon.
Pearl Dixon.
Yes. Of course.
I'd like to see Mr. Kessler.
He's in there.
If you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go scream now.
I hope I'm not intruding.
Ah!
Oh, Ralph.
Can't be. Apparently my brother never told you about me.
Come in.
I've been in South America. I flew here at once. However, I'm afraid it's too late to do any good.
So you're Ralph's brother. Oh, you about you, but I never expected such a striking resemblance.
Okay!
This is my daughter, Virginia. How do you do? Won't you join us?
I've had my dinner, thanks, but I would like to talk to you.
Raw pork.
Do I look pale?
No. Huh?
I feel pale.
Is that offensive?
I'm not sure.
Let's hear this out of caution.
Brother Evans, what's the matter, you thief?
Did he have a good attorney?
Oh, one of the very best.
Ben
He handled
Matlock?
all of Dad's legal affairs for years.
Evans, Mr. Dixon will have coffee with us.
I thought Ghost drank spirits.
Oh, I'm Ralph Dixon's brother.
Ah! All
Go
right,
ahead and go on
stop!
for a minute. But you do look like poor Mr. Ralph.
Coffee.
Yes, sir.
The movie's on fire!
I realize how incriminating circumstantial evidence can be, but it's never brought home to me like this before.
We did everything we possibly could.
Until we gave up.
Ralph and my daughter were quite serious about each other.
Yes, he told me in his last letter.
Sit down. How long do you plan to stay in this country?
Haven't decided yet, Mr. Kessler, but
I could be
I
persuaded.
would like to find out who killed that girl.
It's something I would like to know, too. Please consider this your home while you're here. If
Consider
there's
yourself
anything I
part of
can
the
do,
furniture.
Don't hesitate.
Oh, thank you.
I see that your room is put in order.
Sure I'm not troubling you?
No, not at all. And the pain for till I come back.
My daughter's got a replacement boyfriend. Yay for me!
Incoming torso, brace yourselves! Whoa! Time to make my husband commit another murder. A woman's work is never done.
Are you really dead?
Yes?
I'll show you to your room.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I almost forgot. I must see Evans about breakfast.
Oh, we just had dinner.
Good night, Paul. Good night, Dad.
Come in.
With the rain. You did not just say that.
I hope you'll be comfortable. I sent for your luggage in the morning.
It's awfully nice of you, Mr. Kessler. Really, I hope
It's a pleasure to have you.
And to hold you.
Well, I guess I'll turn in. I haven't had much sleep the last couple of nights.
Good night.
Good night, sir.
Yep, ceiling hair.
He set her house on fire, but they still end up together? Who writes this crap?
My chair is tiki.
I think the soundtrack's gotten ahead of the movie. Look, I'm Dracula again. Blah, blah, blah.
Phyllis Diller's sleepwalking.
Abner, come look at this.
Slowly I turned, step by step, inch by inch. It's hard to look creepy when you're opening a door.
Okay, here I go. Oopsie daisy. Oh, here we are, okay.
Oh no! Oh no 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 no!
Now I'll move the box back, he'll be so confused.
The wall is ticking too. What's going on here?
Maybe I'll ask him to press my robe since I'm down here anyway.
Where'd it go?
Look at me, I'm a spooky ghost. Whee! A cup of coffee, a sandwich, and me.
Toro!
I'll teach you how to steal my fudgy pops!
It's a beautiful day in the spooky old house.
Going down. Bottom floor, rocks, clocks, socks, locks, and ladies' undergarments.
Now, how did I miss that when I walked in?
Well, his hair's not breathing.
Run, Evans, run!
City Morgue, we got another one.
Give me the police department. No. The body has not been touched.
I mean, except by the murderer.
All right. Good morning, Evans. Good morning, Mr. Kessler. What's the matter? The gardener, sir. What? He's been murdered.
Murdered? What the hell is murder?
His jugular vein's been severed.
Strangled. Well, here we go again. How long do you work for you?
Oh, about 3 years, I guess.
Ever say anything to you about having any enemies?
No, sir.
Were you home last night?
Yes, Lieutenant.
To your
One
knowledge,
suspect
has
at a
anyone
time,
been abroad the
jerkwit.
house during the course of the evening.
We have a house guest.
Why isn't he here?
I'll get him.
Oh, don't trouble yourself, Mr. Kessler. Where is he?
He's upstairs in his bedroom.
Let's have a look at him, Ryan.
He might be cute.
Good morning.
You're wanted in the kitchen.
It's your turn to do the dishes.
Am I seeing things?
He's Ralph's brother.
Why, he's the image of him.
Do twins just not exist in this movie's
We'd like to
universe?
find out.
He was strangled, Paul. Would you mind if we go into the library?
No, that's all right.
I want to borrow a movie for tonight anyway.
Better wait here for the coroner, Ryan. Not you, Evans.
I'm casually racist.
Hey, where were you on the night of January the 13th?
Walking under ladders.
Have you had your coffee yet?
No.
Thompson minus Thompson.
Well, I guess that's that. No clues, no fingerprints, no motive, nothing.
Not even a murder.
The man was choked to death. There would be imprints on his throat.
There weren't any on the Mannix girl.
But
They were killed the same way, is that right?
That doesn't prove a thing, Dixon. All the others got it, and always the same way.
The coroner's here.
Okay.
I'll talk to him, I
Be
guess.
right back.
What does he mean by the others?
Just that. Others have been killed here.
Why in the world do you stay in this place?
Come back to Boston.
We can't leave.
There are sandworms out there.
Honey, I'm home.
Oh, Evans.
Your luggage, sir. I'll put them in your room.
What about these other murders?
You seen one, you seen them all.
Luggage in your room, sir.
I've got to phone Olives and tells her I'll be late.
Oh, Lieutenant.
Yeah?
I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Uh-huh. There'll be a change anyhow. What's bothering you?
As a rule, I'm not a very curious person, but,
I was beginning to get you, huh?
in a way, yes.
None of the rooms have four walls.
Other murders.
Well, there's been quite a lot of them, Dixon. Some of the best brains in the department have tried to solve them. But we always run up against a stone wall.
Totaled every
Was the
squad
other
car
murders
we've
brought up in
got.
My brother's trial.
That was different. That was a cut-and-dried case.
Why haven't the police closed the house?
Oh, we tried to, but Mr. Kessler took it to court. Carries a lot of weight around here. Does a lot of good, too.
You think he'd want to leave?
I guess he's waiting for his wife to come back. She left him several years ago. An awful scandal at the time. Front-page stuff and all that.
Later, my love.
Poor devil. He didn't have a chance.
Johnny fiddles too well.
Well, I guess I'll be running along. Glad I met you, Dixon.
Good day, Lieutenant. Well, this isn't a very pleasant way to entertain a guest.
Entertain?
I have a feeling that somehow or other these mysterious murders are going to be cleared up, and quickly, too.
Nothing would please me more.
I'm about to OT on irony.
Yes.
She's beautiful.
I rarely talk about her, but I think about her constantly.
She has eyes like Virginia.
Her hair, her skin, they were the loveliest I've ever seen.
So I kept them in a jar.
I hope you have the pleasure meeting her. She'll be back someday.
Just like Frosty.
Hello there.
Paul was admiring your mother's picture.
Father's a sentimentalist.
He has every right to be.
I'll get it.
Do you like scary movies?
Yeah? Just a moment, please. It's for you, Dad.
Thank you.
Do you like scary movies?
Yes, I guess I can. Yes. Oh, in about 20 minutes, I'd say. Surely. Goodbye.
John Machida Jr. on the other end.
Later. Business.
He's really most sincerely dead.
Sorry. That's the only information I can give you, Mr. Kirby. Have you notified his wife?
Yes, Mr. Kessler. Poor thing, she took it quite hard.
Typical woman being all sad her husband died.
I want to see the coroner.
It's over there where the walls meet.
I'm Jules' wife. Where is it taken?
In there, Mrs. Mason.
Come on, let's go see your husband, Sickle. Whoa! Beginning to think the cameraman's the invisible ghost. But my husband's not a sheet!
If you please, sir. May I have one moment alone with him? I won't ever see him again.
Well, yes, I guess so.
Just don't doodle on the corpse.
Great, now she's gonna kill someone.
Mrs. Mason. Mrs. Mason.
Your departure, you must hasten.
Out, Mr. Kirby.
He's alive.
What?
He's alive. I saw him move.
And heard him burp.
I'll get the hospital.
Not any doctors, just the building.
All right, Mrs. Mason. Steady now.
Get him out of here. He's not dead.
The doctor will be here any minute.
I have to hurry.
Jules.
Please, Mrs. Mason.
I know him better than you.
Jules, listen to me. Did you recognize the man who tried to kill you?
I can't hear you without my glasses.
J.K. Simmons is afraid.
Hell of a way to get out of doing the dishes.
It was ghastly.
He was the ghost of Maiden
I
Speak.
was never more startled in my life than when Mrs. Mason screamed.
It must have been a terrific shock to see him come back to life.
Yes, it was. Just a few moments longer, and I would have known who the assailant was.
Your fancy feast, sir.
I don't like to bring up the subject, Mr. Kessler. But these murders, did they ever happen in the daytime?
No, I don't believe so.
I see.
You evidently have some reason for asking.
Not particularly. I was just curious about that one point.
And the salmon pate flavor for you.
Sorry dinner is late tonight, sir. But the new cook is having quite a time getting started.
That's all right.
I'll fire her later.
Evans been with you long?
Over some years.
Retta Shaw?
Everything's gone wrong today. Now I burned the roast.
Oh, don't get so flustered. You'll be all right.
I was so anxious to make good. I want to stay. Where's that mixing spoon?
Here it is. Right in front of you.
That's not a spoon, that's an oar.
I like it here. It's nice. Everything's so quiet and peaceful, like.
A graveyard.
Ever read the newspapers?
No, they're just full of trash and murders and stuff.
Nice to see some things never change.
What you don't know, well, it's all right. Here's your pepper salt.
Thanks.
King meat.
Stop saying that!
Well, Paul, I'm afraid you have me cornered.
You still have a couple of moves, Mr. Kessler.
You met your equal, Dad.
Oh, your father just got himself into a bad position.
The March place blew up again.
It's your game, Paul.
Want to play another?
No, thank you. Not tonight. It's getting late.
Pardon me, sir.
Yes?
May I speak to you a moment, please?
Oh, yes, certainly.
Why is there a giant coat button on the wall?
The cook wants to leave. I thought you should know.
Why? She just came.
She feels as if her work is unsatisfactory. She had so much trouble with dinner tonight.
Why, that's ridiculous.
The charcoal was delicious.
I understand. It's her first day. I'll speak to her.
I'll say goodnight, Mr. Kessler. Think I'll turn in. Thanks for the game.
Good night, Paul.
Good night, Dad.
Good night, Charlotte.
I'll walk up with you, Paul.
Her dress is reminding her where her feet are.
A long, lonesome climb up those stairs all alone.
Where are you going, Marie? You can't leave us after cooking such an elegant dinner.
We need another victim.
Mr. Kessler.
Why, I never tasted anything to equal that roast beef. Besides, you can't go now. It's going to rain in a minute.
Are you sure you want me to stay?
Oh, certainly, Marie.
Well, I like it here, but I thought.
Oh, then it is settled.
Oh, wait till you taste my apple pie, Mr. Kessler.
I wish they'd stop with the coy talk and just admit they like each other.
Oh, let me take this. You might as well unpack your things,
Yes,
Marie.
sure. Thank you, sir.
Not at all, Marie. Good night.
Good night, Mr. Kessler. Oh, he's a wonderful man.
Dramatic irony, the motion picture.
Dear Diary, today I... Never mind her, I guess.
Now, let's see. What did I do wrong?
Agree to do this movie?
The victims were nestled all snug in their rooms, not knowing the film crew was plotting their dooms.
She blew out the studio lights. Ah, it's dark!
Oh, wait. She has a glow-in-the-dark bed.
I think we get the gist. Next scene, please.
You'll have to wait. Time to go.
Whee! Okay, so Bob is coming with us to Winston's, which means I need to put his car seat in the van. Mongo, what are you doing here?
Mongo Cowboy.
I can see that. What are you doing here? I thought you said you were going to a party.
Mongo M. Search party. Mongo and his trusty tracking dog Charlie are on the trail of notorious bad guy.
What bad guy?
Tabasco Slim, notorious cattle rustler. He wear black clothes and have big bulgy eyes on the top of his head and carry sword.
Okay. It's,
Nudge, nudge.
Oh, I'm Tabasco Slim.
Yeah.
Well, good luck. You'll never take me alive, lawman.
How he do that so fast?
King me! Ha! That is fun!
Why won't the soundtrack leave me alone?
Dun dun dun!
I'm tired of singing. Can I come in? I really need to go back to glasses. These contacts make me see the darndest things.
Yeah, still here. You want a piece of me? Fine! Come in here and take it! Yeah, that's what I thought. Hey, don't leave us out here! It's wet!
That leftover Chinese takeout is calling to me.
How the hell did I get here?
Slowly I climbed, step by step by step by step.
Okay.
Now, where did I leave my copy of Empress Teresa? That has to be a better book.
Over the rainbow.
You know, if we were seeing what the composer was actually scoring, I'm sure we'd find it very exciting.
Who is it?
Landshark. No, wait!
Well, back to my legitimate publication.
If your killer can be thwarted by a locked door, you've just failed as a horror movie.
Whoa, the NyQuil kicked in.
Mommy, I'm scared of the storm. Can I sleep with you?
Come on, do the locomotion with me.
Plane going over.
You look cold. I brought you another blanket.
Nikki, turn off the dark. It's too bright.
How are we supposed to play peekaboo if you're asleep?
So God will interfere to stop a murder but won't help me find my keys? Typical.
This is not my beautiful house.
Well, that was a colossal waste of time. I'll save you now. I need to stop mixing radish juice and carrot juice.
You see anything, Parmenides?
I've seen the change as an illusion, and yeah, shut up. Never fails. I don't murder someone, and I'm up all night.
Golly gee willikers, how do you like that?
14, 15, 16. You messed up my count. 1, 2, 3.
Mr. Kessler, are you ill?
No, but I'm fresh and fly.
Something wrong?
Hello, Paul.
Where's Natalie?
I lost my blankie.
I must have walked in my sleep.
Well, you did better than I. I couldn't sleep at all.
It's raining.
It's pouring, but still I'm not snoring.
Why don't you go to bed, Paul? I'm all right.
Is there anything I can do?
Yes, go to bed.
Nothing, Paul. Thank you. I think I'll read for a while. Good night.
Good night, Mr. Kessler.
He yawns for all of us.
They have a miniature wall oven.
I can't hear you over the sound of how awesome I am. I paid money for this?
I always feel like somebody's watching me. Inchly I stepped, turn by turn, slow by slow.
Me again, got any pickles?
Out of vile jelly!
Jeepers creepers, take a look at my peepers. The window picture went out again.
Look, I'm a mime!
Well, you look like you had a good night's sleep, Mr. Kessler.
I was so tired when I got to bed, I don't even remember climbing in.
Dad!
Someone tried to unwrap her.
Who would do a thing like that?
He's doing the Costello lip.
I wonder if anyone was hurt.
And if not, I'll hurt them myself.
Poor Mae West.
My father more.
It's unquestionably the work of a madman.
Durhay!
You all right, Evans? Yes, Miss Kessler.
If you're all left.
Where is the new cook?
Says you're going shopping first thing this morning.
Have you looked in your room?
No, sir. Something wrong, Mr. Kessler?
I'm a werewolf.
There it is.
There's a valise. She didn't leave. I'm not worried about that. When did she tell you she's going to the market?
Last night before she went to bed.
So she went to the market in her sleep?
Do you think there's any connection between this and what has happened before?
Double Durhay!
Have you been through the rest of the house yet?
No, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Kessler.
I got those little muffins you like.
You have no idea how happy I am to see you.
Thank you. I wonder why he was so glad to see me.
Mr. Kessler thought you had been murdered.
Oh, he's so sweet. I'm going to start to make that apple pie right. Murdered.
I feel like there should have been a boing there.
I can't imagine who would do a thing like that.
I'm sorry, the correct answer was Abram Balashi.
Good morning, Miss Kessler.
I'm on the hunt for Pluto.
That happened last night.
Didn't it fall?
No.
I hung it back up after finding
I'm
it.
the person who did it, and you've got your murderer.
Nobody came into this house last night. Ryan and his boys were stationed outside.
Lieutenant. Oh, Lieutenant.
I'm here. Hi.
All right, Shoes, come out with your hands up.
Come out. Come out, all right, Ray.
They shaved Poirot.
It's Ryan.
Hey, he closed his eyes. The portrait was wired.
What do you think?
I have a hole in my throat.
All right.
Then you didn't hear any noises during the night?
No, but there's funny things going on around here.
Triple Durhay.
Well, it's happened 3 times now. I put food on the sink, left the room. When I come back, it was gone.
No. You ought to hire a detective to watch it.
Hire a detective. I cracked me up.
That's what you get for being such an excellent cook.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Dick Tracy. Oh.
Oh, Lieutenant.
Yeah? You got something?
I don't know. I found this in the picture.
Dental floss?
Anybody else know about it?
No, I wanted to speak to you first.
Okay. I'll see if I can match it. Keep the others downstairs.
Shouldn't be hard. There's less of us every second.
Why not?
Ah, about that.
Is this yours, Mr. Kessler?
Yes. Why?
I thought I'd seen it on you. Found it in Evans's room.
Well, there's nothing strange about that.
There wouldn't be, Mr. Kessler, but it so happens that a thread from this robe was found embedded
Now
in the
they speed
picture.
things up.
Surely you're not trying to accuse Evans.
Oh, it's incredible. You're just trying to make a case.
Well, somebody's been doing these killings. Ryan didn't die of heart failure. Don't forget that.
When did you give Evans that robe, Mr. Kessler?
For his last
I don't
birthday.
remember giving it to him at all. But naturally, when my things need mending, he just picks them up.
I don't care how he got it. He had it and he used it on that picture. I'm going to talk to him.
Just a minute, Lieutenant.
Yeah?
If Evans is the man we want, it strikes me you've got to have more evidence.
Now, everybody wants to be a detective.
Somebody has to.
Perhaps Paul has some suggestion.
All right, go ahead. What is it?
Without doubt, the murder is insane. The picture tells us that.
The picture talked to you?
I believe we should call in a psychiatrist.
A psychiatrist.
You've still got the robe. But before Evans is accused, I'm definitely in favor of giving him a sanity test. What do you say, Lieutenant?
Words, usually.
Okay. Maybe I better take one myself.
Take 2, you're small. I mean, they're small.
All we want to know is if the fellow's crazy.
That's very easy to determine.
Or my name's not Napoleon.
Examination here?
If you don't mind, Doctor. Please tell Evans I want to see him and then go up to your room.
Go to my room.
I didn't even do anything.
Is it possible, Doctor, for a man to be normal, say, for 2 or 3 months at a time, then go completely insane for an hour or 2?
Yes, quite common.
In this house, at least.
Interesting.
Now what?
It's 10 o'clock.
Blown.
I light the candles.
They're coming by sea.
The fuse burned out, Miss Virginia.
Oh, thank you. My father wants to see you, Evans. He's in his room.
Yes, miss.
Stay close to the candles. It's where they're pointing the spotlight.
That'll have to do, gentlemen, until the lights are fixed.
You mean they aren't?
Atomic-powered candles.
I'll be in my room, Evans.
Yes, miss.
Not Paul's room waiting for him in my underwear. My room.
My goodness, it's dark in here. I'm glad I brought this extra candle.
I'm sorry, Mr. Kessler, but we ran out of fuses. I sent Marie over to the store to get some more, sir.
That's all right, Evans.
Sit down.
I got it nice and hot for you.
Pardon me, sir.
Well, go ahead, Evans. Sit down. We want to talk to you.
All right, sit down.
Yeah, this is gonna be great. Gets him every time. We're going to nail you to the wall. Albert Einstein?
Do you want to speak to me, sir?
This gentleman would like to ask you a few questions, Evans.
Yes, sir.
Do you know these men?
Unfortunately.
Yes, sir.
What's this gentleman's name?
Mr. Kessler. Mr. Charles Kessler, sir.
Alias Binky Toe Tap.
Kessler is out of his mind.
I don't understand you.
Would you say that he is insane?
No, sir.
But I'm certainly thinking it loudly. Goldilocks, fresh off another stint in the pokey, immediately falls back on old habits. No, it's all too cold!
Emu.
Well, young lady, what are you doing here?
Young lady!
You can't take it. You can't take it. It's mine, I tell you.
Down, down, back, back, mine!
It's yours.
Leave me alone. I'm going home. Home to my husband.
Morgan Fairchild. Yeah, that's the ticket.
Of course you are. And we know where you live, too.
You do?
Sure.
But I'm dead, you understand? I'm dead.
Of course you are. I'll take you where you want to go.
The morgue.
You just come with me, young lady.
You got another one for the nut house, Jerry.
Tell me, Evans, do you think this man is crazy?
Now, don't ask him that, Doc. I'm beginning to have doubts myself.
You said it, not me.
Oh, all right. Am I crazy? I don't think so.
He is now my favorite person to exist ever.
This mirror has a hole in it.
I know that woman. She's wicked. She can't go home.
Yes, I know. She's bad.
Really, really bad.
There we are. Ever see this before? Yes, sir.
It's your hand.
What were you doing with it last night? I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
They really know how to light up a room.
What we found. Miss Kessler.
Boing!
I'm dead, Charles. Do you hear me? I'm dead.
And you're not, haha.
You can almost hear the gears grinding in their heads.
I'm afraid to come home.
There's a roach in the tub.
You kill me. You'd kill anybody.
It's Kessler.
Durhay the Fourth. 2 more and you get a free Sunday.
Take her out, quickly.
She's eating too much.
Do the lurch!
Are they playing Funeral March of a Marionette?
Don't touch him, he's gonna open the safe.
I'll teach you to steal olive oil from me!
No, I want to see where this is going.
Kessler.
Oh, Dad!
Get back in there. Close that door.
Yes, replacement, dear.
Now you sit right there, and we'll see that you get home all right. What are you done?
And you failed.
Give me a hand, George.
Her maiden name must have been Shiva.
She's dead.
My blood point sense is tingling.
Your hands smell like cabbage. Ew. Next week on Eyebag Theater.
What happened here?
We've got the murderer.
Evans.
Yes, Evans just had your hands around my throat.
No, Mr. Kessler. You.
Oh no, it's happening again!
Da dum da dum, da dum da dum, dum.
Can I say goodbye to my chair wife before we go?
I knew you'd come back. Nothing can part us now, my darling.
Call an art restorer.
Let's bounce, peeps.
Upon Dr. Kessler's conviction, Rolf was brought back to life with a full apology. He's Major Monogram!
There's nothing like a Bela Lugosi movie to make you feel like you just watched a Bela Lugosi movie. I'm ready to party. You done with whatever thing you're doing here that I wasn't invited to despite my quick wit and obvious brilliance? You stole my vampire costume! Correction. I didn't steal it. I just got to it first. Ipso ergo, not stolen. It was in my basement, which you should not have access to because you don't live here, meaning you would have had to break in to get it. Ipso facto, yes, stolen. Ah, but you see, I am a better fit for it. Like the vampire, I am handsome, debonair, charming, and a magnet for those of a feminine persuasion. Whereas you are sadly not. Hey, Craig, I got a friend for you. Craig. Well, that's another mystery solved and another annoyance taken care of. Thank you for joining us for our diabolical double feature. At least those of you who survived it. Happy Halloween.
I gotta go change.